Most vehicles these days will give you an idea of how much distance you can cover before they're empty, whether that's of petrol or electrical charge in the case of an e-bike. And I've seen some people complain, some people, including my wife, that the number you get is bullshit, it's made up. And it's an easy conclusion to draw because that number will fluctuate quite a lot. But that's because there's not a simple relationship between litres of fuel or watt hours of charge and distance. Actually, it can require different amounts of fuel to cover the same distance depending on a bunch of different factors. With e-bikes that can include the ambient temperature, because lithium-ion batteries perform much less well in the cold, and often it will depend on driving or riding style as well. So in the case of a car, you might get home after a period of smooth, consistent driving and your car says 15 miles left, and in the case when we step into it the next morning to go and fill up at the petrol station, it suddenly says 5 miles left, and you wonder what happened to that 10 miles of range that you had. And that's because it depends on how you drive, and the more heavy footed you are, the more fuel it will cost you to cover the same distance. And it's the same with e-bikes. And so the new battery that I've got for this bike, I am not yet getting a consistent duration from it. I'm still getting a little bit surprised sometimes when it suddenly drops from what should be plenty of power to get me to where I need to go to nothing, because I think the algorithm that's calculating that distance still hasn't adapted to the new capacity of this battery.